Hello everyone. So today I'm going to be taking this 2010 Ford Mondeo Zetec on a test drive. And I'd also like to thank Heron Auto, Opel and Kia, situated in Donegal Town, for allowing me to come down here today and test drive the 2010 Mondeo Zetec. Also, I should inform you that there will be no full-in-depth tour of this car coming. The reason why is because at this dealership about a year ago I already done a review of a higher spec Titanium X model, so I'll post a link to that review in the description box below. So we're going to get starting on the test drive of the 2010 Mondeo Zetec. Start the test drive on the back rows to see what the overall ride quality is like. Now these Mondeos are traditionally very comfortable cars. They have excellent suspensions, they're not too hard or they're not too soft. And so far I went over a few bumps and the Mondeo seems to be coming through. It's doing very well. It's quite comfortable. Very spacious car in here. There's loads of room. Now this one is a Zetec. It's one of the lower spec models, kind of nearly mid-range. It comes with a decent amount of equipment on it. It's got Bluetooth. It has single zone climate control in this particular model. And it also has 4 electric windows, electric mirrors, all the basic stuff. It's a very nice car and quite well equipped. The steering is very nice as well, going around these tight corners. One thing I really like about these Mondeos is just how much room is in them. Now this particular one is a 4-door saloon. I've been in and out of a few of the 5-door liftback models, which personally are my favourite. And you know, there's loads of legroom in the back. It actually feels like a luxury limousine. It's got about as much legroom really in it as a Skoda Superb. And it also has an excellent sized boot. It's a really nice family saloon. And all around rear visibility seems to be very good as well. It's got very large rear side windows. It's quite an impressive car. So I'm going to take this car into the bypass and see what the performance is like. So put my foot down. There's certainly quite a lot of pulling power from it. You can really feel the turbo kicking in. Now the engine is a 1.8 litre TDCi turbo diesel. It does have quite a good amount of power on it, that's for sure. If you're going to overtake someone and you put your foot down, as I do now in 5th gear, there's your turbo. You can really feel it pulling along. It produces about 123 brake horsepower, which is decent enough. Most people would tend to go for the little more powerful 2-litre turbo diesel. Top speed is in around 121 miles per hour or thereabouts. And not that it's particularly relevant in a run-of-the-mill mid-range saloon like a Mondeo, but the 0 to 60 time of this car is 10.2 seconds. Out here in open road you can really feel the power. It's excellent. just the normal titanium. There's the Titanium X and there is the X Sport. Now, as I said at the beginning of this video, I've already done a titanium review, which is why I'm not reviewing this car, because this is lower specs, so there's really not much sense in me reviewing effectively the same car twice. But the titanium models are excellent. It has digital gauges here, whereas these ones are just traditional analog ones. It's got the same kind of wheels as a Ford Focus ST. It's really quite a striking looking car, so it really does stand out. So I'm just on my way back to the dealership through town now. And in town, the size of the car actually does seem to kind of affect the rear visibility just a small bit. I will admit, rear visibility through the back window is probably not the best because it sits up so far, but it is easy to park. All-round visibility in general is quite good in this car. It's really not too bad at all. It's also got a very big boot as well. You could fit tons of stuff into the back of this car, and I do mean tons of stuff. It's huge. But for that reason alone, I think I would actually buy the 5-door liftback, mainly because the whole hatch lifts up, which means there's a lot more accessibility to the boot. But you know, this 4-door saloon isn't too bad either. You might have to reach back quite a lot more, but it ain't too bad at all.
When the fourth generation of the Mondeo came out in 2007, it was different to the third generation in just about every way. For example, the third generation, you could have a high performance model called the ST220. Unfortunately, Ford decided to discontinue the ST for the Mondeo series after that. But if you do want a fast one of these cars, you can have it with a 216 brake horsepower, 2.5 litre turbocharged inline 5-cylinder with a 6-speed manual transmission. A few new features included a range of brand new economical diesel and petrol engines, and in 2010 it actually underwent a minor facelift in which it got 3 brand new EcoBoost engines as well as additional LED running daylights and LED taillights. You can have this car with a 5 and 6 speed manual transmission as well as a 6-speed automatic, a 6-speed semi-automatic gearbox, which Ford actually called a power shift. And in 2006 this car was featured in the James Bond movie Casino Royale briefly as part of an advertising campaign for the car at the time. As a matter of fact, after this segment I will insert a short clip from the film. So it's most likely the fourth generation of the Mondeo will come to an end of production at the end of this year to make room for the fifth generation in 2015. Now the fifth generation Mondeo has actually already been released in America and Canada. It was released in 2012 as the Fusion, and it is a very good looking car. I can't wait to get it over here. So overall, I'm a big fan of the Mondeo. It's a good looking car, it always has been, it's spacious, there's really not a lot of bad things to say about it. One criticism I do have, I've heard that the 1.6 litre petrol engine is a bit weak in this car, but other than that, it's really good, and I would highly recommend one.